You know, every once in a while, a car comes along that makes you stop and say, damn, that's the future. But what if I told you three of those game changers are right around the corner? The bold new BMW X3, Rivian's rugged R3X, and Cadillac's all-electric Escalade IQ. These aren't just cars, they're statements. And once you see what they've got lined up, you'll realize the future of driving in America is about to change forever. Stick around, because you're not gonna want to miss this ride. You know, every once in a while a car drops that just makes you stop and go, alright, this is the one. And right now, that car is BMW's upcoming 2026 X3. BMW has always been that brand that mixes performance, style, and just straight up luxury. But this new X3? Man, it feels like they're stepping into a brand new era. It's like the old BMW driving field just got plugged into the future of EVs. Now, if you've been around BMWs, you already know. The X3 has been one of their best-selling SUVs. Practical, stylish, and with that signature BMW kick behind the wheel. The X3 started as the electric version of that. But this 2026 model, whole new ballgame. This isn't just a facelift. This thing is basically a reboot. Let's talk looks first, because let's be real, that's the first thing that makes heads turn. The 2026 X3 has this bold, futuristic vibe. Still looks like a BMW, no doubt, but sharper, more athletic. That iconic kidney grille? Slimmer, more modern. And it actually fits the EV era now. The body lines are smooth and aerodynamic, but it still has that tough, wide stance that makes it look ready to hit both city streets and weekend getaways. And the best part? It doesn't scream, I'm an electric car, like some of the others. It just screams, I'm a BMW. But here's where it gets interesting. Under the floor, not the hood. BMW's dropping their new generation EV platform on this thing. And the X3 is one of the first to get it. What does that mean? More range, faster charging, and smarter performance. We're talking real-world miles that actually make road trips doable without sweating every charging stop. And for people not ready to go full electric, rumor is BMW's bringing a hybrid option too. Imagine cruising electric in the city all week, then hitting the highway for a road trip without worrying about charging. That's a win-win. And yeah, people always ask, can it go off-road? Look, this isn't a Jeep Wrangler, but BMW knows folks want versatility. You're getting intelligent all-wheel drive, better ground clearance, and traction control that'll handle dirt roads, snow, or even that random weekend camping trip. It's not a rock crawler, but it's gonna get you where you wanna go without breaking a sweat. Step inside. And this is where BMW flexes hard. The cabin is basically a luxury lounge on wheels. You've got this massive curved display running across the dash. Clean, futuristic, and way less cluttered. Materials feel premium everywhere you touch. Soft leather, ambient lighting, everything screams quality. The tech, fully loaded. Wireless charging, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and the latest iDrive system that's smarter than ever. Voice commands actually feel natural now, and the driver assists are top tier. Adaptive cruise, lane keep, even parking assist that'll basically do it for you. And comfort? Oh, they nailed that too. Redesigned seats with way better support, even massage options for long drives. Rear passengers get more legroom, cargo space is solid, and BMW used the EV layout smartly to open up the interior. This isn't just a driver's car, it's a whole family road trip and still feel fancy car. So, let's talk money. Official pricing isn't out yet, but word on the street is it's starting mid $50, 000s, depending on trim. That puts it right in the mix with Tesla Model Y, Audi Q4 e-tron, and Mercedes EQB. Hybrid version might even start lower, which could pull in a lot of buyers still testing the EV waters. Compared to the old X3, this is a completely different story. The first one felt like an X3 with batteries stuffed in. This one? It's built as an EV from day one. That means smarter space, better driving feel, and overall a way more polished experience. The 2026 BMW X3 feels like the SUV a lot of people have been waiting for. It's bold, it's futuristic, it's got that BMW DNA. But now it's rocking the EV game. If you've been on the fence about electric SUVs, this one might just tip you over. So, what do you think? Would you go all electric with the X3 or play it safe with a hybrid? Personally, I think BMW nailed it here. No compromises, just options. And that's what makes it so exciting. You know, every once in a while an automaker comes along and shakes up the entire game. And right now, Rivian's doing exactly that with the upcoming R3 and R3X. If you thought the R1T truck and the R1S SUV were impressive, wait until you see what Rivian's cooking with this compact SUV. This is the car that's meant to bring Rivian's adventurous spirit to a wider audience. And honestly, it might be their smartest move yet. Let's start with the looks, because man, this thing has presence. The R3 is compact, but it doesn't feel small. The design is sharp, modern, and kind of has that rally-inspired hatchback vibe. Big, chunky wheel arches, a wide stance, and of course, Rivian's signature light bar across the front with those round headlights that make it instantly recognizable. The R3X version? That one cranks the aggression up a notch with tougher styling cues and more off-road flair. It looks sporty, it looks rugged, and it definitely looks like something you'd be proud to pull up with whether it's downtown or way off the beaten path. Now under the skin, this is where Rivian's showing some serious evolution. Word is, the R3 and R3X will be offered with multiple battery options, and the bigger pack could push past 300 miles of range. That's huge for a compact SUV. Charging times are expected to improve too, so long trips won't be nearly as stressful. And the power setups? Rivian's not messing around. You'll see single motor rear drive, dual motor all-wheel, and then the tri-motor setup in the R3X. And get this, early talk says the R3X could hit 0 to 60 in about 3 seconds. 3 seconds. That's sports car territory in a compact electric SUV. But performance isn't just about speed, it's about capability. Rivian built its name on making vehicles ready for adventure, and the R3 isn't going to break that tradition. The R3X especially is expected to come with higher ground clearance, more rugged tires, and upgraded suspension to handle off-road trails. Now, it's not trying to be a hardcore rock crawler, but if you're hitting dirt roads, snow, or taking a weekend camping trip, this SUV will have your back. It's the kind of vehicle that gives you confidence when the pavement ends. Inside, Rivian is sticking to what it does best. A clean, minimalist design that feels modern and premium at the same time. Expect high-quality sustainable materials, soft touch finishes, and that big central touchscreen Rivian is known for. The cabin is roomy, practical, and smartly laid out. One of the cool rumored features is a rear hatch with a flip-open glass window, so you can slide in longer gear like surfboards without leaving the whole trunk open. The seats fold flat for extra cargo room, and like Rivian's other models, you'll find clever storage spots tucked away where you least expect them. It's simple, but it feels like it's built for real life. Now, let's talk price, because this is where Rivian might just win a lot of new fans. The R3 is expected to undercut the R2, which already starts around the $45,000 mark. That means the R3 could land in the high 30s to low 40s, making it one of the most affordable Rivians yet. The R3X will definitely cost more with all the extra performance hardware, but even then, it'll still be way more accessible than the big R1T and R1S, which are out of reach for a lot of buyers. This move could make Rivian's adventurous EVs mainstream. And when you compare it to the older Rivian models, you can see the strategy clearly. The R1T and R1S were the statement pieces, big, bold, and expensive. The R2 started to bring Rivian's magic down to a more affordable price point. But the R3, this is the model designed to get even more people behind the wheel of a Rivian, without sacrificing the style, performance, and off-road credibility that made the brand stand out in the first place. So yeah, the Rivian R3 and R3X might just be the company's most important models yet. They're compact but capable, affordable but exciting, and they carry that same adventurous DNA that Rivian's been building its name on. If the R1T was the dream truck and the R1S was the dream SUV, the R3 is shaping up to be the dream you can actually drive every day. And honestly, I think Rivian's about to score big with this one. What do you think? Would you go for the standard R3 with its balance of price and performance, or go all out with the R3X and its tri-motor madness? Either way, Rivian's got our attention, and this SUV is one to watch. You know, when people talk about luxury SUVs, one name that always comes up is the Cadillac Escalade. It's been a status symbol for years, and honestly, it's one of those rides that just commands respect the second it pulls up. But now, Cadillac is flipping the script with something that feels more like the future than just an upgrade, the all-electric Escalade IQ. And let me tell you, this thing is turning heads for all the right reasons. First off, the design. Man, Cadillac really went bold with this one. The Escalade IQ looks futuristic but still unmistakably Escalade. It's got those sharp lines, the massive presence, and that bold Cadillac grille up front. Except now, it's been reimagined for the EV world. You've got a fully illuminated front fascia that gives it this high-tech, almost spaceship vibe when you see it at night. The proportions are clean and modern, but it still has that big, wide stance that lets you know this is not just any SUV. This is the Escalade, evolved. Now let's talk about performance, because this isn't just a pretty face. Cadillac built the Escalade IQ on GM's Ultium platform, the same one powering some of the most impressive EVs on the market right now. We're talking serious range, around 450 miles on a full charge, depending on the trim. And if you're worried about juice on road trips, fast charging is here to save the day. In just 10 minutes, you can snag about 100 miles of range. That's the kind of convenience that makes EV ownership actually practical. And while this is an EV, Cadillac knows its audience, so they made sure it's got the power to back up its size. We are talking a dual motor setup, over 750 horsepower in the high performance mode, and it can hit 0 to 60 in under 5 seconds. For a big luxury SUV, that's insane. But here's what really surprised me. They didn't just build this thing for city cruising. The Escalade IQ comes with 4-wheel steering, adjustable air suspension, and different drive modes, which means it's actually capable of handling more than just smooth highways. No, it's not a rock crawler, but if you want to take it off the beaten path for a camping trip or deal with snow-covered roads in the winter, it's ready for it. Cadillac really made sure this thing wasn't just luxury, it's versatile. And speaking of luxury, we gotta step inside, because the interior is where Cadillac is flexing hard. The first thing you'll notice is this massive 55-inch curved LED display that stretches across the entire dashboard. It's like walking into a movie theater every time you get behind the wheel. The interface is clean, futuristic, and fully customizable, so everything you need is right there at your fingertips. Then you've got premium materials everywhere, leather, wood, metal accents, and it just feels like a private jet cabin on wheels. The second row? You can opt for captain's chairs with their own screens, massaging functions, and even a mini fridge between them. And of course, the Escalade has always been about space, so the IQ doesn't disappoint. It's roomy, comfortable, and designed so that every passenger feels like a VIP. Now let's talk money. Cadillac hasn't been shy about positioning the Escalade IQ as a top-tier luxury SUV, and the starting price reflects that. We're looking at somewhere around $130,000, with higher trims climbing well above that. Yeah, it's a big price tag, but when you compare it to rivals like the Mercedes EQS SUV or even the Rivian R1S, it's right in the mix, and honestly, the Escalade name carries its own weight. So how does it stack up to past Escalades? Well, here's the thing. The traditional Escalade has always been about big engines, bold styling, and that unmistakable Cadillac vibe. But the Escalade IQ? It feels like Cadillac isn't just keeping up with the times, they're setting the tone for what American luxury SUVs can be in the EV era. It's more powerful, more high-tech, more efficient, and honestly, more exciting. It's not just the next Escalade, it's the future of the Escalade, and that's what makes it such a game changer. If you've been waiting for an electric SUV that doesn't make you compromise on style, space, or performance, the Escalade IQ might just be the one. Cadillac managed to keep everything people love about the Escalade, the presence, the luxury, the status, and wrapped it in a package that's ready for the next decade of driving. So what do you think? Would you make the jump to an all-electric Escalade, or are you still holding on to that gas-powered roar? Personally, I think this is Cadillac at its boldest, and I can't wait to see these rolling through American streets.